Vanessa, I'm so delighted that you made it to this Fire Talk.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And you're coming in from Johannesburg, South Africa, I believe. And what a small world the internet and video is making. You're one of the social media ambassadors, and I'd like to find out a little bit more about you and what your passion is. Who are you? And kind of give us a little context about, kind of what you do or who you do it for, that kind of thing.
Okay. I wear a couple of hats. I'm obviously an e-patient activist. I was a facial difference patient, so that means that I needed a lot of different types of doctors, specialists. At one stage, I had 53 of them from a car accident that I had. So I'm very focused on interoperability because of communication gaps that I've seen in health IT systems and health systems. And then, of course, I eventually ended up with antibiotic resistance MRSA because the patient records weren't getting to each doctor. And I mean, there were times where I was getting prescribed antibiotics 2 or 3 times. And obviously doing a lot of travel, I've found that I've been prescribed antibiotics 2 or 3 times and I'm methicillin resistant. So this has kind of been my interest in health IT is where do we, look at the way that systems should interconnect when it comes to policy, especially when it comes to prescribing of things like antibiotics, because it's such a common drug. If you get sick overseas, and the first thing you ask your doctor for is antibiotics. What are we doing in the system?
Which brings me to the question I need to ask you, because you mentioned overseas. Why are you so interested in health IT?
Well, I think that it's, I was in marketing and advertising for 20 years and online marketing, social media. I think that analytics play a big role in surveillance systems, so conversations from patients, what are they doing from a multidisciplinary perspective, from a holistic perspective, what are we eating? How are we looking after our immune systems, for example? And I think that when we move into a digital health transformation, we need to try and duplicate that. We need to try. So, if we're only building AHR, it's not going to treat us as a person. It's only going to treat us.
I overheard a wonderful tagline earlier, which is you said disease travel. So could you elaborate on that just a little bit? The disease travel.
Especially when it comes to antibiotic resistance, that's such a massive problem. When we talk about precision medicine, for example, how can it be preventative and precise if we have got more of an antibiotic resistance coming from our animals? And a lot of those animals or food that we're eating, livestock, is coming from global trade. Okay.
Yep.
How are we building that into health IT? How are we looking at the One Health approach, which is really what the World Health Organization have been talking about? Where are we integrating data?
That's a great question, and I hope you find at least, if not quite the answer, great ways to ask that question in productive fashion at the upcoming HIMSS show, which many of us will be seeing you at. We've already come to the end of this 1-minute interview. So I have to ask you, where can people find you on social media and Twitter, and where might what session or place might people find you at HIMSS?
Okay, I've actually been looking at obviously the interoperability showcase quite a bit, because I think that's a big one, and global cybersecurity. I'm also very keen on, and innovation, and the university row. I'm going to be everywhere.
Good. And on Twitter, your Twitter handle is @_face FACESA, and then HCSMSA, which is the Healthcare Social Media SA handle as well. Thank you very much, Vanessa. I'll see you at HIMSS.
Thanks for joining, Vanessa.
Okay, great.